The next assumption is you and Ben will be together for a very, very long time and get another cat. True and true.
No.
Hi lovelies, welcome to today's video. So this is something I saw going around on Insta stories, and if you don't know guys, it's Instagram stories, which is like Snapchat, but Instagram did it. It's little videos. Anyway, people were doing this thing where putting in the question box that you could ask, like, make assumptions about the person, and they'd answer if they were true or not. And I was like, that's so much fun. So I did it, and then literally went on my YouTube, and someone I'm subscribed to had made it into a video, and I was like, that's such a good idea, because then I can actually answer them like better than just like true or false. So yeah, I then asked for more, and I said I was going to make it into a video, and you guys gave me some interesting ones. So let's get started. My first one was that my favourite colour isn't pink. That was something someone assumed about me. Now, that's true, because I don't have a favourite colour, which I've said basically my whole life. It literally changes from day to day, from mood to mood, but it's kind of true in that if someone right now held a gun to my head and said favourite colour, you have to pick one, I would say pink, because I just think pink brings the most joy to my life. So yeah, is that an answer? My next one was that I am the boss in my relationship, and instantly my reaction is to say true. And a lot of people would say it's true. Basically my boyfriend is just very, very laid back, and he literally doesn't like care about most things. Like, people are always saying, because our kitchen is literally pastel rainbow, people are always like, why would you let her do that? And he's like, let her do that, it was my idea, she couldn't pick a colour, I said do all the colours. And that is true. And I asked him if he cared, and he was like, I literally don't care. And I was like, well, you pick a colour. And he was like, I genuinely don't care, and you love this kind of thing, so have it. So in that sense, I guess yes, and I come across as the more bossy, loud one, and the one that has the most like ideas and want things done a certain way, because he's very laid back. But actually I'd say we're an equal match. My best friend, who's literally grown up with us, always says like, I literally met my match in Ben, and we are a perfect balance of each other, because I don't think I could be with someone that was too soft, and he is a strong, independent man, and I love that about him. And he has opinions, and he sticks to them, and he's strong-minded and strong-willed, and I love all those things. So I would say that's true, but I feel like we're a pretty even match. Next assumption was that I'm very wealthy, and then it said afterwards, or just a shopping addict. And I would say true that I am definitely a shopping addict. I've literally always said this since I was, and I know I repeat it on my channel loads, but since I was a tiny child, clothes have just been my thing. You know how people love cars, people love getting their nails done, people love makeup, people love shoes, people love sports, people love whatever people love, and my thing was always clothes. It just was. It was like, as soon as the weekend came, even when I was in primary school, I was so excited to like put an outfit together, and it's just always been my love. So I am definitely a shopping addict. The very wealthy thing, I wouldn't refer to myself as very wealthy. I think though that definitely wealth is this is an awkward statement, but wealth is kind of subjective, because what someone, like a lot of people would consider me to be very wealthy, I think, because they see my clothes, they see my holidays to Disney World, and the stuff around my house, etc, etc, how many hauls I do, and I totally get it, that I come across as very wealthy. But I would class Zoella as very wealthy. you know, she's rich. And I am definitely not Zoella when it comes to money. So do you see what I mean? So I wouldn't say I'm very wealthy, no. I've definitely always been very... I've always said that my family and me and my boyfriend are well off. Like, we're comfortable and we have money to spend on stuff that we like to buy, which I know is not the case for probably most people. So we are very, very fortunate in that sense, but I wouldn't say I'm very wealthy. Does that make sense? I don't know. The next assumption is you and Ben will be together for a very, very long time and get another cat. True and true.
No.
I knew you were outside. Lol. Yeah, we will. I can just feel it. I'm telling you, I can feel it. We're getting more cats. I really, really want a white cat and a ginger cat, but I don't want to buy them. I really want to adopt. So I have said to Ben, just a heads up, if ever 2 cats come up for adoption as a pair and one's white and one's ginger,
No more cats.
more cats.
No more cats.
We're getting that, and we'll have 4. The thing is, I get where Ben's coming from. He only doesn't want more cats because we have found the perfect mix with Cleo and Figaro, in that they are both so happy. They are the happiest cats you could ever meet, happiest pets you could ever meet. They're absolutely obsessed with each other. They're best friends. They're in love. It just is harmonious in our house at the moment. And I get what he's saying. Like, what if you bring one in and they don't get on, because you wouldn't want to give up any of them? And that is always a worry, because we're not the type of people that would get animals and then them not get on and just be like, oh well, we're stuck with this forever and let's make everyone live in hell, because that's not fair. But equally, yeah, I would be devastated to have to give up any animal that I'd brought into my home. So I do get it, because they are, yeah, it's just a perfect little happy cat situation in our home at the moment. So I get it. I think we're going to get more cats. Will me and Ben be together for a very, very long time? Only if we can get more cats. He's in the loft, he didn't hear that. Yeah, we've been together 13 years. This July will be 14 years. So we've been together actually this year half of our lives. Because I'll be 28 in April, Ben is 28. So yeah, we've been together since we were 14. So we've literally been together half of our lives. And we have every intention of getting married, having kids. We're in this for the long haul, ride or die. Except not in the way that people say, where it's like, ride or die, if I cheat on you, you got to stay with me, ride or die. Not in that toxic kind of way, but in like a, we're definitely in this for life. This one made me lol, and the person that's watching it is just going to laugh. You worked at Thorpe Park and at Legoland, and you had a great manager at both. Can you think who would have written that? And I'm actually going to say, true, I worked at Thorpe Park and Legoland. False, that I had a great manager at both. Because I know you're going to be watching this for this answer. The manager who wrote this was great. We had such a good working relationship and it was amazing. Did I always have good managers at both? You know what, actually, like, let me say this. I did love my managers at Legoland, and Thorpe Park is hard though, because I didn't, like, if you're watching this, person who wrote this question, I didn't class you as my manager when we were there, because you were like too high up. I like never saw you, so I classed my managers as like people lower down, and not all of them were great. Some of them were great, some of them weren't. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut now. I didn't always agree with the way things are ran in any place I've ever worked. Maybe I just have a problem with authority. Anyway, moving on. The next assumption was that I'm actually a quiet person before I get to know someone. And I would actually say that's false. I am the same all the time, and maybe that's a bit obnoxious. I don't know. I don't quieten down around strangers, basically. I don't quieten down around people I don't know. I am who I am, and I don't ever really change that for anyone. The only time I would say that's true is if I'm having a lot of anxiety, if I'm like going through a period where I'm mentally unwell, because that was the biggest thing that people noticed in me when I was going through real bad mental health issues many years back, was I just became so introverted and so quiet around everyone, and I didn't want to ever lift my head off the floor. I didn't look at anyone, and that is so not me. That was the biggest red flag, I think, for people realising that I was unwell, because yeah, it was just so out of my character. So unless I went somewhere where I was particularly really anxious and unwell that day, no, I don't think I am a very quiet person, even if I don't know someone yet. Next assumption was that I love fashion, but I prefer to spend my time chilling in pyjamas. Now, this is actually false, because I do love fashion, but I don't prefer to spend my time chilling in pyjamas. I love to spend time chilling in my pyjamas, but I'm actually forced to a lot of the time because of my health issues. So I can see, like, if you watch my Insta stories and stuff, you might see how it comes across that way, because I am in comfy clothes, lounge sets, pyjamas a lot, and just chilling, and that is because of my illnesses. If I had the choice, I would be wearing ball gowns every day and being the most extra person of life. I used to go into work, like whenever I had jobs where I could go in my normal clothes, and people would be like, why are you so dressed up? It's just work. And I'm like, this is just how I dress. Like, I'm just extra. This is just how I dress. So I actually would say that's false. I definitely prefer fashion and would prefer to be able to wear fancy gowns all day, every day. That is my preference. So I'd say that that is wrong, but I do have to spend a lot of time resting in pyjamas because that chronic illness life. And the last one was that I'm a cute, sassy, freaking fashion queen, which is just the sweetest thing ever. And I actually have met the girl who left this assumption, and she is a sweetheart. So thank you very much to you for writing that, because it did really make me smile. I'm definitely a sasspot. Which nearly came out as Sasquatch, which would have been hilarious. I spent my entire life being called sassy. Like, teachers would bring my parents in and be like, she keeps sassing us. That's just it's just always been my nature. I'm just a little sasspot. And being cute and being a fashion queen, I don't know, but thank you so much. Lovely compliments. So yeah, that was it. Those are all the assumptions you guys made about me. I really enjoyed making this video and doing this. It was just so much fun. I would love to do it again. I'm so tiny on Instagram though, that obviously I don't get a lot of people watching my Insta stories, and I don't get a lot of people filling these out, so I don't have millions to sift through like I'm sure much of the bigger YouTubers have had. But I just loved it. It was so much fun. I'd love to do it again maybe. Is there anything that you thought I was going to answer differently? If there was, put it in the comments below, because I just find that so interesting, like what people think. And also, yeah, if you've got any more assumptions, put them in the comments below and I will answer them. Anyway, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Please do like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!